Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel. I'm Andrew, with you here as always. This is the Commando Cast, a video cast about all things Star Wars Destiny. This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando.
Okay. Sorry, that's what my son says when he's excited about stuff. And I am too, so I'm following suit. So, hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Not that long ago, I think it was measured by minutes ago, I think 20, 25 minutes ago, from the time I'm doing this rambling right now, we got a pretty major update from the ARH team for Seeking Answers. It's been less than a month. So it'll be interesting to go through this. This is literal hot takes. We're going to go through this and we're going to do it. Hey there, Star Wars Destiny folks, and welcome to Destiny Friday on a Thursday. All right, that's how we're doing it this week, because this is worth talking about. So yeah, you can see I pulled this up over here. It's 9 minutes old from the time I pulled it up. It's actually a little more than that by the time I got everything together. I just had a meeting get canceled. I'm done for the day with meetings. I've still got some work to go do here in a bit. I've got 40 minutes, but poured myself a happy hour. So let's go through this. Cheers. So this is hot takes. It is also basically rush hour home right now when I'm shooting this. My neighbors have roofers going on, so you're gonna hear banging. There's gonna be cars. Lighting is impossible to balance this time of day with someone who likes to have windows in his room, so he doesn't live like a troll. Anyway, all that to say, this is gonna be not the best visual cast you've ever had, but again, hot takes. We're gonna go through it. You're getting the hot takes, and should be good. All right, let's get this up, shall we? All right, so Elrathion has become like Mr. ARH, right? He's come to get these mostly from Gandork. He's been Elrath for the last couple. Clearly, he's moved into, Elrath is Mr. ARH. So he opens up with some ads, and we'll give those shout-outs here as well. So giving shout-outs to upcoming events. So the UK Games Expo is basically next weekend, effectively. So June 3 through 5th, they are doing a GO for the sweet, I believe it's a Prime, renewed Prime as well. Oh, well, it's a Galacticum. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, go check that out if you're interested. They're also doing a Smash event. Awesome. East Coast renewed Prime is July 23rd. That's well away. So East Coast Prime, go check that out as well. That Gen Con is awaiting application, so more news on that. But, I'd imagine at this point, people probably have to have their tickets done already because no one can afford airfare right now. Brazil has info coming soon, as well as the online GOs. Oh, cool. Right. GOs are always a good time. I think it's going to be tough to, well, I guess we'll see what's in this, but it's a pretty brutal meta right now, which is clearly why they're doing this, because it's only, it was May 4th, it's May 25th when I'm shooting this, May 26th when it's going live, so it's been less than a month, and they're making some pretty significant changes, so yeah. All right, we're thrilled to see the excitement everyone has with the latest release, and to keep this momentum going, we want to make sure we act on player feedback. While overall the set's been well received, we also face some restrictions in this release due to limited resources in playtesting. Does that mean they didn't have enough playtesters? Interesting. It's meant that some cards did not face the rigorous review they deserved, and we felt it was important we took action on those. So we get for Worlds 2022, it's important the game feels balanced, and yep, so blows. Okay, so let's get into it. So Arata Ray now reads, after you activate this character, okay, power action, remove. Okay, instead of resolve. I think that's I think that's good. I think that's probably what it should have been. If you think about the value on that, right, it was 2-die value, right? So, yeah, I think that's right. It forces you to either progress your win or stay alive. It's only one of your dice, but they're probably trying to remove the other one. It has to be her character die. I mean, that's the same as yeah. So the only thing that changes is the remove instead of resolve. So you don't get double value out of the die because you're also rolling in 3 other die on top of the one I'm saying to target. So I think that's good. I think that makes sense. Like, I think that's a good change, right? All right, greed can be a powerful ally. Now reads, after an opponent gains 1 or more, or I say if it's the same, remove 5 resources from the support and spend 4 resources to ready a blue character. Set this card aside. So they're making it harder to do the reset, which is fine. But, like, I don't know. I'm going to go off a little bit here. Sorry. Like, the game, like, I'm pretty sick and tired of, like, all these decks that make 8 resources a turn. Like, I'm like, why is that where Destiny has, and it seems like that's where we want it to go. And, like, this change, I get it, they're hitting Rey, but, like, you just hit Rey. So, like, all we're doing now is to be fair, we haven't gone through the rest. I'm reading this for the first time. There may be changes to these resource ramp decks. Fair enough. But, like, wouldn't it be okay for there to be silver bullets for those resource ramp decks to maybe take it in the teeth a little bit instead of giving them more help? More and more and more help. I mean, with all the supports. Anyway, let's continue on. I am really sick of all this resource ramp. Like, it's out of control, and we need to do something about it. So hopefully this is doing something about it. All right, Jedi Temple Guards now reads, after you play the support, spot a Jedi or apprentice to make this support elite. PA, reroll a die your own opponents. Okay. So, that makes sense because I think what they're trying to do here is not let you use it, not off color, but they want you to use it in a deck that it was meant to be used in, right? So, because this support is incredibly good, but it's not as good if you're only using it with, like, mono blue, right? And you still need it for Rey. I think this makes sense. I mean, it's good. Tusken, I actually see Tusken Camp's literally right below it. So, fair enough. Because Tusken Camp, yeah. So, Tusken Camp, after you activate the support, roll 2 set of Seneca. Okay, that's the same. Really? Then you may remove those dice to gain 1 resource. Oh, now that's interesting. Because isn't it any die? Tusken Camp, let me pull it up. So, Tusken Camp, you may remove 1 of your character dice. Okay, 1 of your character dice. Well, that's how it read previously. So now it's both of those dice. Now, Black Stall, hold on, I got to pull Black Stall up. So, because Black Stall, doesn't that say it's 1 or more? Okay, so you only get 1 ping off that, and it has to be those dice, not your worst die on the table, which is how people have been using it. You can't remove your Death Watch Mando. This does tone it down. I still think this is really good. Like, I think 3 for 3 dice is still fine, but it doesn't make it a 2 for 3 dice and pings. Yeah, we'll see where this goes. I mean, I get it. I don't think you want to be too aggressive. I still think the 2 Tusken dice is probably too much for what the support is. Like, I think like, if you compare this to, like, the capital ship that, remember how in our thing the capital ship came out and we're like, we don't, and I'm talking the ISD, like, the ISD came out and most of us were like, I don't think it's good, and then some people were like, you're wrong, it's really good, and, like, I haven't seen it played. So, I mean, I'm not saying I'm right, I'm wrong all the time, don't get me wrong, I'm wrong all the time, but why would you play that when you could play this? So, like, I think it'd be perfectly fine on Tusken Camp to have Tusken Camp have no die. Like, just remove the die from Tusken Camp and have it roll in 2 Tuskens. Like, I think that'd be okay, personally. But anyway, that is what it is. Moving on. All right, no room for failure. Now read your character dice cannot be rolled. Okay, action, resolve 1 of your character dice showing damage. And they Snoked it, man. This has Snoke on it, right? I think. Let me pull it up. Yeah, it does. It's got Snoke on it. Well, that's fortuitous. That's kind of funny. Fair enough. Okay, so they Snoked it. So this is 4 I wonder if with this change, I wonder if this shouldn't be a 3-point plot now. Well, I mean, I guess there's no reason to do that, right? They're hitting it to make it worse. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future, like maybe a set from now, I wouldn't be surprised if this one actually made 3 now. Because that's part of how this thing was being used, was basically you just got value off everything. Now you're not getting value off everything, and like, because you're only looking at because it was better to get the resources, right? Yeah, anyway. So, all right, so that's actually it for, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it for errata. Okay, balance of the Force. Akbar removed from balance of the Force. So he's 28, right? Interesting. Well, that's basic. I mean, removing him from balance of the Force is basically acknowledging creep, right? But you know, we've talked about that before with balance and negatives. So, right, Maul RM3B. Oh, that's that's Big Maul, the PA Maul, like the play resources on him Maul. Okay. That's interesting. It was him, and then it was him and Savage. Well, that'll be interesting to see what people can do with that. Does that change? What is his point value now then? Because can he be played, like, did they actually, because remember, Retribution's back. So did they take him out of, so he wasn't anyway. He's 15, 19, so now he's 18. Interesting. He's 18. Okay. All right, and then Zeb. Oh, that's big. He can pair with Sabine and the Spectre plot from CM. That's cool. I don't know if that's good or not, but that sounds like a deck that I might want to play. That sounds pretty fun. A Cad Bane -1/-1. Ooh. 16-point Cad Bane. I don't know, nothing comes to mind, but okay. General Grievous -0/-1. Oh, that's interesting. Wasn't he 12-14? I gotta pull him up too. So Grievous, he's 11-14. Okay, that makes sense. So now he's 11-13. That makes sense. Okay, fair enough. And then Baru. Yeah. Oh, so I mean, they're hitting resource decks a little, but fair enough. All right, restricted list: Cassian and Senator. That's fine. I'm sad that I don't see Bad Batch on here, because I see bans: United We Stand, Transformations. Boy, man, every time I see something from Transformations get hit, it's a little bit of indication. Remember how much crap Mike and I took back in the day, and Wyatt as well, when we came out and said we thought Transformations was a cruddy and over-ramped set, and then we were the hated people in the community by the cool kids. Yeah, whatever. What a bad set. What a freaking bad set. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rant. That set ruined Destiny, right? Because it set the new, like, it was so over-ramped. It set the new power level, because when FA came out, I think it was like, FA was like a perfectly designed set for like flat power level, and everyone was just like, nah, it's not fun. And then RDM came out and it was it was creeped to hell. And I mean, to be clear, RDM was a very good set. Like, RDM has changed the face of Destiny for us. I want to be very clear about that. But it also changed the face of Destiny, and that it was way over ramped. Redemption was Transformation's power level. Like, there's no question about it. So, and there would have been no reason to do that had Transformation not existed. So that's what I'm saying. Transformation's ruined. The parting shot is what ruined. I shouldn't say ruined, but put us on the track that we're on today. I should have been gone to this. All right, so he has a deep dive for you. So Rey certainly created a whirlwind of comments and excitement. As soon as she was spoiled, received a flood of feedback from players being either excited or terrified, sometimes both. That's fair. She's definitely the strongest big released. After reviewing the game data, had too much of a meta-warping impact of the game. And by game data, he means she's winning freaking tons. To compete against her, most players felt forced to slot and roll in the mud, as well as block. While she's definitely beatable by mill decks and decks that have strong control, her ability to both dish out aggro and stay alive cause frustration. Yeah, fair enough. So we believe giving her the Mandalorian treatment. Oh, the Dengar treatment. Okay, so what they did to Mando. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, greed can be a powerful ally because it costs 0. There's no opportunity costs for players to drop the card drawn, giving the mana to reset cost. Make a player pay 4 to achieve the reset. Its bigger cost makes the card more interesting overall to consider inclusion in your deck. I mean, I don't think so. I think you still include it. Because the payoff's that big. You can only carry so many upgrades and stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We'll see how it plays out. I said what I said before. I wish... I think this is just opening the door more for more of these ramp decks. So I realize they did Baru, but I think 8 resources a turn. Come on, guys. Whatever. I mean, and even if it's not 8, 6 to 8 resources a turn. Come on, guys. Anyway, Temple Guards, there's no denying a power level is above curve. Overall, we felt the card not having a spot requirement when it was too easy to include in any deck, and we've addressed. Yeah. All right, so that's basically what I concluded as well. I mean, it makes sense. They're just trying to make sure that it's played with what they meant it to be played with. I think that's perfectly fine. Tusken Camp getting 3 dice for 3 resources paired with an ability to gain a resource back is incredibly strong. I mean, no question there, right? Tusken Camp, when it came out, we talked about it. One of the more powerful cards in the set. Felt it necessary to pull the card back a bit, so you have to make some more tactical decisions if you want the resource advantage. Yeah, fair enough. No room for failure. The downside the card brought was not enough to prevent skillful deck builders from finding ways. Yeah, no joke. I mean, again, Bassmaster, you can hear him. I still hear him in my ear, the back of my head, talking about it. So we decided to rot the card to make it work on damage only, making the plot more manageable to play into. Yep. Negative balance of force, right? So just to all those comments together, cards on the list should not supply players too much. I mean, Akbar does. These cards have been underplayed, and we've given them some time to learn. Akbar might strike some as the more surprising removal from the balance list, but with United gone and overall increase in power level, it was time to set him free and allow him to compete with the other bigs out there. Fair enough. Brew at 7 points was just too much. That's fine. All right, restricted list, Cassian. Yeah, that one's clear. Cassian Senator proved too much powerful combination. Make people choose a less powerful leader if they still want to play the reset deck. Felt like the correct approach. Fair enough. I don't see Bad Batch on here. I think it should be. Yeah, why wouldn't you do Bad Batch and Cassian? Yeah. Ban United. United's had its time in the sun. I am curious how he says this, right? It's had its time in the sun. While always a polarizing card, it was successful at achieving its primary mission, making monos more attractive. Over time, the card, however, started to be more superfluous in achieving that mission as mono naturally started to become more attractive. Yeah, because of ARH's design philosophy, which is good, right? And started crowding out other one-cost plots as United was always the answer for every deck. Yeah, because of above curve, right? Yeah. So she had her time in the sun. It had its time in the sun, and now it's time for her to give other plots time to. Oh, he's just, I get it. He's giving the female attribution to the card. Got it. Yeah, makes sense to me. Farewell and burn in hell. So thank you and happy rolling LR. All right, so yeah, I mean, we can go back up here to the meat of it, which is this. So we'll park it there. Yeah, I mean, I think, actually there's a ton here. And I think he did a pretty good job keeping it short and sweet. So good job, El Wrath. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Seems logical. Seems logical to me. So fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I think I made most of my comments as I go. I kind of am concerned that this might be, I'm really excited about the Rey thing because, you guys I've been really into trying to make Black Chrysanthemum work. And part of the issue I have whenever I try to get them together, I was like, why would I play him over Rey? Right. So this might change that. I still think Rey's probably going to be better than him, but we'll see how that works out. I do think that this might have swung it. More. See, what'll be interesting, right? I think it might have swung it more towards all these resource ramp BS decks, right? But with Rey being changed is to open the door for other decks that attack the resource ramp. Maybe, right? So I think Mill gets a boost here. Like, Mill's not touched here at all. So I think Mill gets a boost. But maybe there's room left open by the other changes. So we will see. We will see. So it is interesting, right? I think there's a discussion. I'm sure the discussion's being had. But it's been less than a month, and these are pretty big changes. So, I mean, it's 1, 2, 3. All the erratas are to the new set. And they're like pretty big pieces of the new set. So that's kind of, I'm sure there's some conversations happening internally there. I mean, they acknowledge that the playtesting resources thing they said is interesting. Do they not have enough playtesters? Like, and not enough people want to come out? Because it kind of feels to me like it feels to me like most people in the community are playtesters right now, but I'm not a playtester, so I can't speak to that. But that's interesting. So there you go, folks. If you want to help, if you want to get involved, it sounds like they're looking for help. That's how I read that. So go help. Let's get this game, make it all better together. So anyway, thank you, ARH, for doing this, rolling it out. I'm very excited to see how this changes things. It is Wednesday when I'm shooting this. This will go up Thursday. So we have Echo Base tomorrow afternoon. We have your tournament, the ARH tournament, the ARH Weekly is Thursday. So 24-ish hours for people to roll this together. So let's see how tomorrow goes, what people come with. I do expect to see more mill and more ramp, but we will see. We will see. So anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. I know this is, kind of rambling and everything, but like I said, hot takes, trying to get it all together. I actually didn't hear too much pounding next door, so then maybe we got lucky. So, I mean, it is the end of the workday, so fair enough. All right, folks, that's going to do it. I'm just rambling at this point. And school bus outside. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. There will not be a Friday Destiny tomorrow because that's what we're doing today. So Destiny Friday on a Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your long weekend for those of us in the U.S. at least. And if nothing else, folks, go Commando.